Broadcasting from coast to coast and around the world, it's time for Animal Talk with some of the best doggone pet people on the planet. Dr. Brad Davis, DVM and Chief of Staff for the Veterinary Centers of America. Donna Fournier, our animal behaviorist. Brian Barczak, wrangling the reptiles. And I'm Jamie Flanagan. Here it is, Animal Talk.
This is a completely open line hour, folks. No guests to interrupt the flow of information. Information about you and your pets. I know there are people out there who have a dog that is just not listening to them. Won't come when called. Digging up the rose bushes. Eating out of the garbage cans. Leaving carpet apples in the living room. Lifting their leg on the couch.
Bad
romancing
doggy.
Uncle Phil's leg. All of these things.
Bad doggy.
We want to help you eliminate those behaviors that make you want to eliminate your dog.
Eliminate the elimination problems.
Yes, I'm the eliminator.
Oh, gosh. I smell a skit coming up.
Well, yeah, 1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PAT-1886 is the number to call. The lines are open. We're here to take your calls. Pick up the phones and call pretty quickly, folks, because you know the phone lines light up quickly here at Animal Talk, and we want to make sure we deal with the most important pet question of the day, your pet question. Also, if you have a cat that has litter box amnesia, cat tearing up the furniture, maybe you were thinking about getting a new cat and you got an old cat, taking your cat or your dog to the vet recently, got a ball python that's not eating, got an iguana that's looking a little peaked, got an aquarium with too much algae, got a garden pond that's just not being pondy enough for you.
Okay.
We're here to help ponds be more pondy.
I never know if I should help.
No.
It's one of those things like you just keep driving. Traffic moves better if you don't look at the wreck.
At this point, he's so far out there, there's no bringing him back.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PAT-1886 is the number to call.
Who's bad?
It's time for the bad animal joke of the week.
Who's bad?
And so I read it during the music. Not only do I have an opening, I have a music bed.
And now these got to be good.
Well, thank you, Jamie. Well, a Kentucky horse breeder had a great filly that won every race she was in, but as she got older, she became temperamental. He soon found that when he raced her in the evening, she would win every time, but when he raced her in the daytime, she would always finish dead last. He consulted top veterinarians and horse psychologists to no avail. He finally just had to give up because she had become a real nightmare.
Oh.
And that's the bad animal joke of the week.
Yeah.
Nay.
There you
Nay,
go.
I say unto you. 1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PAT-1886 is the number to call. Hey, let's go to the phones. Let's go to Karen. Hey, Karen, welcome to Animal Talk. What can we do for you today?
Hi. Well, it seems like both of my dogs, they're lab. They have bird mites, and we cannot get rid of them.
Bird mites.
You don't know how to tweet them, huh?
Right?
Oh, look at there. That was clever. Now, they have bird mites. How would they get bird mites, and how do you know they're bird mites?
Well, I took compassion on a little bird with no feathers and nursed it back to health until it could fly away.
Mm-hmm.
And basically from the droppings.
Okay. Well, that's interesting because usually mites are pretty species specific. There are some that can be shared between species. Some types like Chilottiella, for example, or walking dandruff, as pleasant as that phrase is,
Ooh,
can actually
yeah.
affect people as well as animals. So that is a concern. What have you done to try to treat the critters?
Well, I don't know what the vet has given me. We thought it was worms at first, then we thought it might be. We went through just a conglomerate of things.
Mm-hmm.
Over-the-counter everything.
Mm-hmm. Now, over-the-counter things don't work really
Yeah.
well for mites as a general rule. It's actually just sort of the step before you go to the vet as a general rule. Did they do a scraping? Did they find any mites? Did they find anything?
Yeah, in their paws. It's like little shards of glass.
Really?
Basically, yeah, they bite at their soft part of their feet all the time.
Okay, and you don't know what medication the vet gave you?
Let's see. Basically, we kind of stopped on the ones for worms, and we did worms and ticks and tapeworms and several things like that.
Okay. Well, certainly this is one that I would go with something like, let's say, a Revolution product, which works for the mites on the skin, or also something called ivermectin, which in high enough quantity should take care of this. This is spelled IVERMECTIN. And I would talk to the vet about doing something like that, a control method like that, soaking the paws.
Did you say it was transferable to people?
Well, it depends what it is. Actually, this doesn't sound like the mites that I would normally picture. The Chilotella is sort of superficial. Of course, I can't say that it's not, so get out of the house! Just kidding.
I'm gone. Wait, I gotta go.
I'm just kidding.
And by the way, when you get these mites, your hair all falls out.
Okay, I gotta talk on my cell phone. No.
But if you are going to run out and you drive away from them, please make sure we're playing on the radio. Anyway, the point is that it is worth finding out about whenever you have a mite problem, because it is something that you can get, kids can get, people can get it. So it is worth nipping in the bud. I would certainly send a scraping out to the lab and have the lab try to decipher what exactly these critters are, because a bird to dog mites, that's kind of unusual, and I can't really think of many that would do that other than the ones that would also go to people. So I would certainly get it checked out. I'm betting that we'll find out in the end it's not mites, it's something else, but it is worth getting further diagnostics for a scraping. That would be the next step, and then talk to them about, do you think ivermectin would be a way to go? Just go from there. There's a lot of things left to do. It's just a question of finding out what it is. This is one where we need a diagnosis first.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for the Eliminator.
Oh, Lord.
I got a new toy to beat on.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right,
Good luck.
thanks for
Let us know
calling,
what
Gary.
happens.
Alrighty.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call.
That's a mite of a problem.
And there might be a solution. Or there might not. Or it might not be mites. What might it be?
I missed the Schwarzenegger character.
What's might it be? No, that's even a bad... Oh, that's terrible.
Closer to Charlton Heston, really.
We do have some lines open at 1-800-738-1886. And don't forget, you can email us at questions@animaltalkradio.com. Check out our website, animaltalkradio.com, brought to you by Inner Eye Web Designs. Check them out and check us out right after this here on the Animal Talk Radio Network.
Green alligators, long-necked geese, humpyback whales, chimpanzees. Oops, sorry, just doing a little inventory here. We're back with more Animal Talk.
1-800... What's that list? 1-800-738-1886.
All right, who handed out the silly pills?
I remember when I was in third grade. Anyway.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Pick up the phone and give us a call so we can make your world animalogically safe and sound. I'd like to especially put a call out there to those of you who've always wanted to start a saltwater aquarium, but you've always figured it was going to be too difficult and that you wouldn't be successful. Well, I'm here to denerdify saltwater aquarium maintenance and setup.
Is he making up words again?
It's the denerdalization.
Oh, that one's
aquarium
worse.
Trust me, it'll get worse even still.
I'm glad it was a call out and not a shout out.
To all his peeps.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of peeps, I did contact the peeps people to have them on as guests coming up. Halloween is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And they have special Halloween peeps.
That's right.
We're the only show that starts billboarding that about a month and a half in advance.
We're going to talk to the peeps people. Yay!
Hey, that's okay, though, because the stores already have Christmas stuff out.
That's
There we
right.
are.
So we're just catching up.
Fact or fiction? You decide.
All right, Dr. Brad, tell us how this works.
Well, we're going to read 3 facts. Each one
Three
of
of
us is
them.
going to read one, and one of those facts is going to be true. The other 2 facts are going to be false. You're going to guess which one is the true fact, and if you're right, you win a prize. But as always, it doesn't matter if you pick out the correct answer. You also have to call in with that answer.
That's right. 1-800-738-1886. Donna, take us with fact number 1.
The only nation with an animal on the front of its currency is Australia, with the kangaroo's head on its $5 note.
Okay. And Brad, number 2?
By holding water in their air pockets, pufferfish can survive 2 to 3 times longer out of water as other fish species.
And fact number 3, the botfly lays an egg in... Start over. The botfly lays an egg in the open wound of an animal or a human, and the larva or maggot consumes the flesh of its host. So there you go. Pick which one of these 3 is true.
Huh? And it has nothing to do with how charming the facts are.
Pick the true story and win a prize. 1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Brad, why don't we do a couple of emails? And don't forget, you can also email us at questions@animaltalkradio.com. And also check out our website, animaltalkradio.com. Brad's new animal tunes are there. Mm-hmm. Need to check those out. They have a very football-esque theme.
Are you ready
Yes.
for some football?
There you go.
Sorry.
Ready? And you're worried about my silliness. C-G. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Dear Animal Talk,
You've got mail, baby, yeah.
I saw a pair of 4-lined plated lizard. I think plural is lizards. Not sure if they are male or female. How do you tell? I am considering buying them. Would 2 of them live happily in a 5-inch by 29-inch enclosure? I'm thinking that might be feet.
Do you
No, it's inch.
I would hope
do you
so.
sex lizards?
Yes. As a matter of fact,
This is from
I
Adam.
do sex lizards. Well, this is how you tell the difference between a male and a female plated lizard. First of all, you turn them over.
Hey, there you go.
Okay.
That's how most.
You lift
Never
up.
mind.
You lift up the tail. Okay.
Baby, turn the lizard.
Then you look at the thighs, and what you're looking for is the femoral pores.
Oh, okay. So a little easier on lizards than it is on snakes.
Yes, the plated lizards, the male will have larger femoral pores than the female, so it's easier to tell if you have 2 lizards side by side until you've had a chance to know what the typical size is of the female femoral pore and the typical size of the
So
male.
the
femoral.
the females are femorally challenged.
Yes, they don't have the same size femoral pores, and the femoral pores run right down the very center or the lateral line of the anterior of the thigh.
And it's so important because so many times in an election year, people running for office forget the femoral pore.
That's an issue we need to talk about.
Don't forget the femoral pore.
So there you
It's
go.
a huge voting block.
That's right. So check out your femoral pores. The other thing you can do is take it to a pet shop, or if you're used to sexing snake, you can use a cloacal probe. In other words, insert the probe through the cloaca, which is basically the back end of the lizard. And if it's a male, it'll go in about a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch. If it's a female, it'll only go in a 1/4 inch, because the male lizards have hemipenes, which is a double peen, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They have 2 hoo-has instead of 1.
Okay.
Oh, the technical
And-
terms.
And as always, the uncomfortable is free here on Animal Talk.
So if you find that there are 2 things there that go in a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch, it's a male.
Yeah, but you can hurt if you're not doing that
Yeah,
right or
you
carefully.
really need to be trained or take it to a
So being
veterinarian.
able to do the visual look at the femoral pores on their thighs
is much
is
safer.
easier.
Yeah, and it's much safer.
Yeah.
There you go. We have now solved the plated lizard sex question. Next question, Dr. Brad.
Okay. Hello.
You've got mail.
Does you have any info on monkeys? Sorry. I love that. I'm forgiving.
I
you.
didn't know how long we'd get into it
I
till we
know.
hit that.
I made it wait till the second letter this time. I have a greyhound, and I need to know what size Kongs are acceptable. I bought Kongs for our soon-to-be greyhound, and I think I bought them too small. I bought the large ones because they had boxers and collies as the size dogs, and I thought that seemed close. The next ones look so huge. Is that bad? Do I need bigger ones? Feedback, please.
Well,
And this is from Stacy.
did your dog tear it apart? Then it's not too big.
Yeah.
How can you tell about the right size? Do you have anything on?
First
the-
of all, explain what a Kong is.
It's a very tough rubber toy that it's very hard for them to chew up. It's hollow on the inside.
Kind of looks
so
like
you
a
can-
Christmas tree.
Yeah, it's got the multiple layer.
Kind of looks like if you if you take those
Those
children's stacking
toys.
rings,
Yeah,
and
that's what
stack
it looks
them up
like.
and made it into a solid
It
rubber.
looks
tree.
like one of Devo's hats.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
and they're made out of the same rubber they make airplane tires out of. So it's really
It's really
tough.
durable. Yeah. It's really hard to chew up. The biggest thing that I'd be concerned about is check the size with the dog. They said they didn't have the dog yet, so it's really hard to tell if that's going to be a problem. You just want to make sure they can't swallow it. That's the biggest thing.
And a large Kong toy can't be
Should-
swallowed by any dog.
No. Mm-mm.
They're too big for that. I mean, they do have the extra long Kongs,
Mm-hmm.
extra large Kongs. Either one, I think, would be fine. You know, any Kong in a storm will do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's fine. So you won't get a too big a Kong.
No,
No.
you cannot. There's no such thing as too big a Kong. But with Kong, size matters.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
All
Hi.
right, let's go to another one.
Hey, Mark.
Congratulations, Skippy. You've got mail.
I just got back from a reptile show and I am geeked. Oh, is that ironic or what, huh? I really want to get a rock python or maybe an amethystine python, but I am a bit worried by their size because I have young children. What do you think? Is there a big snake that is not that big? Let me repeat that phrase. Is there a big snake that's not that big? I hope I'm making sense. And by the way, it's signed, oddly enough, Mark.
Drumming up business.
Well, the reality is no. I would be very concerned with a rock python or an amethystine python.
How big do those puppies get?
Over 20 feet, close to 200 pounds, and they eat small, and they will eat dogs and even pigs, and have been known to kill adult humans. So, not a good snake to get with small children. If you want a snake that looks big but isn't big, go with a blood python. They only get about 5 to 6 feet long, but they get the big diameter, thick bodies that are big like the big pythons.
And it's enough snake to creep out most of your friends.
I mean, should they reevaluate why they're getting a snake, Mark, if that's what they're thinking? I mean,
the one thing I'm glad, at least they emailed and asked whether this was a good idea with children. They're thinking.
So there is a danger there with those big ones, but the bloods you can.
No problem. Blood python is not going to be able to kill a small child.
Don't keep it in the infant's cradle or anything.
No,
but,
I wouldn't keep any pet in an infant's cradle, but especially not snakes. You know, somehow I don't see snakes as a baby toy. It's just me.
Just checking. Just checking.
Now iguanas. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that either. 1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call to get your questions answered here on the Animal Talk Radio Network.
Is your Shar-Pei more of a dull B? Well, give Animal Talk a call.
thank you. That was one of the best ones ever, Jamie.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. We do have lines open, and I tell you, if you have a problem with your pet, don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel hesitant to call us because it's just us.
Well, and just to make that a little more real, just recently I had a litter box amnesia problem in my own home.
You did?
I did. My younger cat is right now segregated from the rest. He does have feline leukemia. And my husband accidentally brought home a different brand of litter. Changed all the boxes, and he decided that the blanket was the place to go. Yes.
See, and our cat recently decided that a beanbag chair that was my daughter's was perfect. And not only did the cat didn't go there just once, but decided that this was a whole lot of fun and came back again and again. And again.
It's like contained
Yep.
litter.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. And the crazy thing, I was home alone, and I'm sitting there watching TV, and I keep hearing this shh, 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 shh.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out what the heck am I hearing. And about every 5 minutes, shh, 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 shh.
You know what a scary thought is, though?
What?
Someday beanbag chairs will be antiques.
That is a scary thought.
Not his. No.
Not that one.
The universal answer, though, is, as you said, almost every problem in veterinary medicine that I've ever seen is because of the idiot spouse.
Thank you.
No matter what.
He thought he knew the brand name, but he brought home clumping litter instead of clay litter.
It said litter in it.
Yeah, well, it was a nice package deal, and
Bring some wadded up paper.
There's a cat.
Yeah,
There's
and
a cat
it's-
on the front.
sometimes it's that easy to trigger them. So don't feel bad if your cat's doing that. Mine's done it too.
If your cat is not going where it's supposed to go, call us 1-800-738-1886, 1-800-PET-1886. Don't forget we have the Fact or Fiction out there.
Yes.
We're going to give you 3 facts.
3.
2 of them are a lie. 1 of them is true.
1.
Pick the true one. Win a prize when you call us at 1-800-738-1886. Fact 1 is...
The only nation with an animal on the front of its currency is Australia, with the kangaroo's head on its $5 note.
Blimey.
Okay, and fact number 2 is, by holding water in their air pockets, pufferfish can survive 2 to 3 times longer out of water as other fish species.
And fact number 3, the botfly lays an egg in the open wound of an animal or human, and the larva, i.e. maggot, consumes the flesh of its host.
Yummy.
So pick which one of these you think is true and call 1-800-738-1886, 1-800-PET-1886, and we'll be glad to give you a shot at winning the prizes. We have a zoo crew in here today. We have Chris Picaro from Pilot Accounting. Chris is
He's working up our own little Enron scandal for Animal Talk.
To get us on front papers.
He's our accountant.
That's right. He's setting up a corporate structure for us.
Get the shredder running.
And what we're going to do an initial public offering.
Yeah.
We're going to take all the money.
Yeah.
Chris is going to send it down to the Bahamas or to somewhere and take care of us, and we're going to be all set.
That's right.
Hey, we just got to find somebody who is going to be sucker enough to buy it.
Yeah.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886. Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Dan. Hey, Dan, welcome to Animal Talk. What can we do for you?
Well, I think fact number 1 is false.
Okay, hold on a second. What you're gonna
Now you're
if
guessing
you're
the
gonna do
true
that,
one.
you're gonna guess only the true one.
Because there's two of them that are false.
2 of them are false. 1's true. So you guess the true one. We'll recap them for you just real quick.
Go
right.
ahead.
The only nation with the animal on the front of its currency is Australia, with the kangaroo's head on its $5 note.
2 is, by holding water in their air pockets, pufferfish can survive 2 to 3 times longer out of water as other fish species.
And the botfly larva, the maggot, consumes the flesh of its host by sticking a little thing out of there and breathes by it. It's all really gross. Okay, which one do you think is true, Dan?
I think the 3rd one is true.
You think the botfly larva is true?
Yep.
You're absolutely correct.
You know your bot flies.
Right on.
So do you have any personal experience with botflies, Dan?
I don't, not yet.
No. But you're hoping maybe this coming year.
You never know.
Yeah.
I've got a question about my dog, though.
Go right ahead. What can we do for you, Dan?
Just out of curiosity, when she goes outside, after she comes inside, for about 20 minutes or so, she kind of stinks.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't smell normal, or like she normally does. Just wondering what causes that, or what I can do to make her not stink so bad after she comes in from the outdoors.
Reminder to wipe from front to back. No, I don't know.
Okay, let me. What does it smell like? Does it smell like just like wet dog, or?
No, it doesn't smell like urine or
Is it
anything
kind
like
of like
that. Her coat smells funny. It's
You
not
got-
that I'm smelling her, but she walks by me, and it's just like she needs to go back outside because she just kind of. It's not like
We need a stinky dog eliminator.
Oh, not again.
Thank you for making him do that again. Now, is it sort of a strong musky smell, or is it a dirty smell, or how would you describe the smell?
Well, I don't know, like trash maybe.
Trash me. Well, a lot of
Like
times.
if you haven't put your trash out in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So it smells like old rotten stuff.
Yeah, a lot of times dogs go outside and they like to roll around on the ground, and that can often give them an odor, not necessarily from stool or urine or anything like that, but just a strong odor from the dirt. And so that's probably where a lot of that comes from. Now, dogs they don't really sweat the way you and I do, so it's not really from running around working up a good sweat, but their paws will get wet from that, so that might be also a part of it. The heat might cause the paws to get a little bit odor, and that's why it would go away after a few minutes, because we share that moisture with your carpet.
What kind of dog is it?
German Shepherd Chow mix.
Okay.
Longer hair?
No, it's like German Shepherd looking.
Okay. Yeah, so I would bet you that's what we're really looking at there, especially since it goes away so quickly. If it was something wrong, I would say, or something that smelled far worse, I would guess that would be from a problem with the stool or the anal glands or something like that. But I'm betting what you're dealing with is just rolling around a little bit, and shepherds are known to do that as well. So that's what I would be betting it really comes down to. I would be betting. Do I have is that a real answer? No, it's a bluff. But seriously, it's a really as close as you're going to come to a real answer, I think, for this.
And there are some products out that you can use as spritzes when the dog comes back in. Groomade, something like that. That you can spritz on the dog when the dog walks in.
It's a nice aftershave.
Yeah, and it kind of masks the odor till it goes away by itself. That they can do that a little bit too. Kind of make that as part of the routine.
You can always hang one of those little pine tree things from his collar.
That's the prize, Jamie.
Yeah.
No, there you go. He's all set.
All right, Dan, we'll put you on hold and get your information and be able to send you out your prize for winning that Factor Vision.
That was awesome.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Pick up the phone and give us a call so we can make your world animalogically safe and sound. Coming up after the break, we're going to have a herpipe because we haven't talked enough about reptiles today. I don't think there's any day that you can talk enough about reptiles. 1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 here on the Animal Talk Radio Network.
Has your Fido been a Dumbo? Animal Talk can bring out the Einstein in your dog.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Pick up the phone and give us a call so we can make your world animalogically safe and sound. You know, we haven't handled a litter box problem for cats yet today. And I feel it's important that we at least save one cat from destruction by stopping them peeing on your carpeting. So call 1-800-738-1886, 1-800-PET-1886. Also, your garden ponds. Fall is upon us very quickly in most parts of the country, and it's time now to get ready to shut those garden ponds down. You need to know what to do. Call 1-800-738-1886. Did I not make sense at all with that statement?
We would have to be paying attention to you to evaluate that.
It depends what you were going for, too, really.
I'm trying to say that if you need help shutting down your garden ponds, that's what I can help you do.
Because it is closing in on the end of the season for the garden ponds.
Yes, fall is the end of garden pond season and almost the beginning of winter, which means ice on the pond, no more fountains. Now that we've beaten that one to death, let's do something else.
He lizard, lizard, lizard. He lizard, lizard, lizard.
My best friend is a salamander. He eats bugs for snacks.
Gotta love those lizards.
Come on.
It's time for a herpipe.
Roll in the mud with me now.
Have you ever wondered what precedes most colubrids before they breed?
Coke. Oh, no, that's Kahlua and Coke, not colubrid.
Colubrid.
Okay.
Colubrids are basically your typical non-venomous, though most of them are non-venomous snakes, like corn snakes, king snakes. The answer is brumation. And for those of you who don't understand brumation, I'll bet you'll understand hibernation.
Okay.
It's important to send your snakes into a hibernation period to have them cool off. For most snakes native to North America.
I thought that was Donna.
Donna was bored with my answer, or bored with her pipe. So what you need to do is cool down the cage to about 60 degrees. Keep plenty of water. Don't feed. Set them that way for about 65 to 90 days.
They need that?
They need that because if they don't go into brumation or don't go into a cooling down period, the males just don't get in the mood in the spring.
Well.
So you got to get cool before you get hot if you're a snake.
Okay. And so what if you're not breeding your snakes? Or
then just don't bother. You don't have to send it to brumation. You don't have to. I have...
Because then they're just running around the cage all frustrated.
Yeah. Well, no, they don't get frustrated unless there's another snake.
And they wouldn't run.
Yeah.
You know, it's always a good thing we have the vet here to bring those anatomical concerns. Thank you. No. Okay, let's go to the phones. Let's go to Mike. Hey, Mike, welcome to Animal Talk. What can we do for you today?
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Good. Well, the question I have is, I have a cat that is going to the bathroom where he shouldn't be.
Okay.
And basically, it's on vertical surfaces on the end of like a mattress, and on furniture, on the love seat and the sofa.
Got a flying cat.
Yeah. He just kind of hovers there. And
So is it a male or a female cat?
It's a male cat.
Has he been snip-dingled?
I'm
neutered?
sorry?
Has he been neutered?
Yes, he has.
That's a new term.
Yeah, pardon.
I wasn't familiar with that, but
Yeah, pardon Mark for using those technical terms.
Well,
To me, that's the sound that happens when a cat gets noodled. Snip, dingle, snip, dingle.
well, while we're all being uncomfortable, why don't
Alrighty, man.
Donna? What do you think, Donna?
You've had him checked out to make sure it's not a medical problem, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, a couple different times we thought it might be a pH problem.
Okay.
We had him on some medication that I believe lowered his pH, and really to no avail. We've had some antibiotics because I think he had some white blood cells.
Okay.
And he has had a bladder problem as far as an infection.
Okay, in the past, but
Yeah,
you've
this
had him
was
checked
some
out
time
this particular time, and it's
No,
not that.
some time ago.
Okay. How long has he been doing this now?
Well, probably for a couple years, and we've just been using kind of an enzyme to clean it up. And
Okay, good.
Man with a heart of gold here. A couple years, that cat would be history, man.
yeah,
Yeah, it's good that you're using the enzymatic cleaners. Those work really well.
Yeah.
Cleaning up the areas. The first thing, if it's in a bedroom, you want to close off access to that bedroom.
Okay.
And have you tried different types of litters? Is he objecting? Do you switch that often, or is he always had the same type?
We use the clumpable, and I can't say that's always been the same type.
Okay. Sometimes they're really picky about the litter. It may be that he likes the other surfaces better now.
Okay.
You want to try to keep him away from those areas. One of the things that I've done is put the cat in the bathroom, take away all, like the carpets and stuff like that you have, the bath mats.
Okay.
Take those out, put in a litter box that doesn't have a cover to it, and food and water in there. And when you can't be there to supervise him, you're kind of giving him a retraining process. That way he likes the softer areas to go. You're taking him away from those softer areas.
Okay.
And you're going to do this. It took my cat probably a week to retrain.
Okay.
Every cat is different, so...
Okay.
Are the litter boxes covered?
Well, I should have said this earlier, but I have actually 4 cats.
How many litter boxes do you have?
I have 4 litter boxes.
Okay.
You're never going to have too many litter boxes.
Right.
It's
That's
not
what I
good.
heard. Yeah, I heard one for each cat, and then maybe another one.
Mm-hmm.
If you're anywhere in your house and you can't step directly into a litter box, get more.
Right.
Okay.
Seriously. And you may even try in the different litter boxes that you have, it might be a location issue, so try to put him in different locations.
Okay.
He may prefer a more private location, a darker area, someplace where there's not a lot of people going.
How often do you clean them? How often do you clean litter boxes?
I'd say twice a week.
Now, is that scooping them or emptying them fully?
That's scooping them.
Okay, you're going to want to completely empty that litter out once a week because when you're scooping it, you're still leaving behind little bits that fall through, and you have to completely change that at least once a week. It'd be good if you could do it more.
Yeah.
Okay.
It change just like you wouldn't want to use a toilet that doesn't get flushed but twice a
Sure.
week. So.
Yeah,
and I never do that again myself. So seriously, it is something to look at. That's a big issue.
Some cats are really sensitive to that, so you have to.
And a trick I use is food in the area.
Mm-hmm.
If put some food in the area where the cat is going toity now, and what that'll do is it teaches the cat that that area is for eating, not for peeing. And so, as I say, it's a really nice way to teach them what the area is really for, not what they think it's for.
It's kind of like you don't want to eat at a kitchen table somebody peed on.
Sure. Okay.
I guess I didn't have to go there, did I?
No, I don't think so.
That's a good idea. I'll give that a try.
Okay.
All right. Hey, let us know how that works out, okay, Mike?
Okay, we'll do. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. 1-800-738-1886. That opens a line here on the Animal Talk Radio Network.
Is your starfish becoming a diva? Well, give Animal Talk a call.
1-800-738-1886. Let's go to William. Hey, William, welcome to Animal Talk. What can we do for you today?
Yeah, I got a problem with fleas real bad. I've set out several bug bombs. I've got 2 cats. I've had the flea collars on them. I'm putting the lotion on their back, spray everywhere. We get rid of them. We get them down. We never see them. We get rid of the population. been hearing vitamin B1 might work. Is that just a wives' tale, or is there any truth to that?
Yes, it is a wives' tale. What what you want to look at is there's 2 products out there that are safe. First off, I know you have 2 cats, which using those flea sprays can be very dangerous. As a matter of fact, I nearly had a cat at my clinic die today from using a flea spray. I won't say the name of a brand, though I want to. But the thing is,
write it down. I'll say it.
It's very similar to a popular rental car agency. But anyway, what you might want to look at is either Advantage or Frontline. Both of those are safe to use in cats. Advantage is wonderful. And yes, it's a little more expensive than the routine stuff, but you may have noticed the routine stuff doesn't work. So what you might want to do is have something that works. You place Advantage on, 12 hours later, all the fleas are dead. The next 3 days, any fleas that jump on die before they bite, and anywhere the cats lay, all the fleas die. It works great. So between
Hearts.
Anyway, what no, it doesn't affect their heart, Jamie.
No, okay,
anyway, but no, it's great stuff. Call your vet about it. It's really good. Frontline is another one. It's just it's a good product as well. I tend to use Advantage, but they're both good products. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you really will be happy. Trust me, you'll be thrilled. You'll be calling me next week. You'll be wanting to send me like a chicken dinner or something. So just check it out.
We'll give it a try then. Thanks.
All right. Hey, thanks for calling, William. 1-800-738-1886. Let's go to Chad. Hey, Chad, welcome to Animal Talk. What can we do for you today?
Hi, I was wondering, I have a 7-year-old female cat, and she has claws, and haven't had really much trouble with her around the house clawing things up, but we have a baby on the way, and in the last probably 2 months, she's been clawing at the carpet here and there and just doing kind of weird things. I was wondering if I can have her declawed without affecting her too much emotionally.
You can declaw a cat at any age. Oh,
Okay.
this is neat. You can declaw a cat at any age, but the thing is, the older they get, the worse it is for them. When you find a vet who uses something like a fentanyl patch or has some really good pain management techniques, and you can get it done. But yes, it's better to get done at 7 than 8, and then 8 than 9, etc. But yeah, that's why I'm always recommending getting them done at a young age when it's pretty harmless, pretty quick, and they really don't notice it happens.
But yet at the same time, better to get the 7-year-old cat declawed than have a problem with the baby if that's going to be a potential.
We were talking about peeing problems with cats. Number 1 cause of death of cats in the U.S. every single year is euthanasia for behavioral problems like clawing furniture and peeing around the house. So it is well worth it to get it done. And as I say, if we affect the baby in some way, you're going to do something a lot worse than declawing. So I would definitely get it taken care of.
If you enjoyed this hour of Animal Talk, don't worry. We're going to make more because we can't help it. We're kind of obsessive-compulsive that way. We'll be back here on the Animal Talk Radio Network. And, you know, at the beginning of this hour, this is an open line hour, by the way. We do have a couple lines still open at 1-800-738-1886, and we're going to get back to the phones in just a minute. But, you know, for as long as Animal Talk has been on, those of us who are into reptiles, known as herper, for herpetological studies, are been maligned. We've been made fun of. We've been picked on. We've been persecuted.
Mocked, too. You forgot mocked.
Mocked. And, you know, I brought my Star Trek lunchbox and my Mugato doll.
Radio. It's radio.
I brought my Mugato doll. There'll be pictures of it on the website.
Okay,
Don't worry.
All right.
Brought that in, and I tell you, I think it's time for us to take a stand as herpers, and I think, Jamie, we need to put that music down and bring up the other music for the Herper Manifesto. It's time for the Herper Manifesto.
The Herper comedy bit.
77 boas ago, we set forth to create a new society, free of oppression and prejudice, a country where there's a tortoise in every basement and a python in every garage. It's time for herpers across the land to take to the streets. It's time to rise up out of your basements and cry out, "We're mad as heck and we're not going to take it anymore." We long for the day.
My mom washes my mouth out when I say heck.
When reptilian geeks speak is heard throughout the land, I demand that we have bilingual education in schools. We need to teach the 3 R's, reading, writing, and reptiles.
Wonder how long till Sharpton comes down on this one.
I have a vision of the world where our wives do not berate us for having frozen rats next to the ice cream. and mealworms in with the milk.
Like how many of you have wives? Seriously.
I'm calling for a million herper march on Washington. Take up your pythons, boas, geeks, geckos. Grab your turtles, frogs, and tegus. Our time is at hand.
My mom washes my mouth out when I say tegu.
I have a new vision of a great new society. It's time for a new deal. Herpers, live long and prosper. And we have our Herper anthem that we're about to play here for you now, where we're going to be able to begin by throwing a block party that goes across the country, where Herpers can come out of the base and party together.
I'm a geek. You can check my stats. I live in a basement, that's how I mac. I watch Star Trek, I keep reptiles. Albino skinks, they make my face smile. I show snakes to those who come real with it. They pee on me, but I deal with it. I'm cool and smooth like Carl Sagan. I just bought another Flupel filter from Hagen. I'm not born again, but if I could be, I'd ask to come back a little less creepy. Pumping a pinky press, going to snake shows. Nerd boy, and I'ma let you know. I spent my whole damn life in this basement rut. I'll tell you what, it smells like butt. I stay up late, I just can't wait for two of these mother-freaking snakes to mate. A little bit of soap, that's all I need for this perspiration and from under cheese. Dogs and cats, I just don't get. Getting hair all over, I don't need that shit. Zoo, wait a minute, I'm about to go. Get beat up for my money, you can watch me, honey. Pumping a pinky press, going to snake shows. Nerd boy, and I'ma let you know.
Oh, nerds around the world unite and get down and get funky.
That's not possible.
Oh, you guys are talking now. Should I turn my headphones back up?
Yeah. Oh, man.
And have a shout out to all you herpers out there. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-738-1886, 1-800-PET-1886.
Just gave a shout out to herpers.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else would you give to herpers?
I don't know.
I'm not saying a word.
Well, hey, let's go to the phones. Let's go to John. Hey, John, welcome to Animal Talk. How you doing?
Yeah.
John has left the building.
Gee, I wonder why. That's odd.
Hey, Don, welcome to Animal Talk. What can we do for you today?
I've got a question for you on training cats to use a toilet.
I trained mine to use it at his water dish.
Well, I didn't have to train mine to do that.
Yeah.
Jamie's cat's a little slow. Actually, they do have a litter box that is designed to go on top of the toilet, and you slowly start taking the center ring out. It comes out.
It attaches to your bowl.
Yeah, and
you put the lid over it.
Right.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And then it has concentric circles or rings that you knock out the very center, and progressively over a 2-week period of time, you keep knocking out the rings to eventually the cat supposedly just goes in the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Donna and Brad, as behaviorists and as a vet, that being the only place where a cat can go to the bathroom is kind of
dangerous.
A little dangerous for litter box amnesia, don't you think?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And because, again, the other part of it I would be concerned about is that not just from the cat standpoint, because, yes, they can certainly learn this is maybe not where I want to go. They slip once and get wet. They don't want to go back there.
Yep.
But the other part is, do you really want friends coming over to your house and going in the
There's a
bathroom
cat.
and thinking that there's something wrong with you? So, I've always wondered about that part, because teaching him to go in the toilet's one thing. Teaching him to flush is a whole different
yeah,
level.
that's almost impossible.
I have a bathroom in the basement that is next to their litter box anyway.
So, see, there you go. So this is someplace where it can work.
Kind of bathroom.
Well, the other problem is that they won't limit themselves to using the toilet downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
They will still use the toilet upstairs.
Whichever one they like better.
And if the cat falls into the toilet one time, time. He may decide that's the wrong place to go to the bathroom forever, and then you have basically your living room rug is the litter box.
But we're painting this as ugly, but it can work, and it does work for a lot of people. So, yeah, if you want to try to do it, boy, have a great time.
All right.
I mean, there have been crazier things done with animals.
How old's your kitty cat?
The youngest one is about 5, and then the older one is about. She was a stray, so we think she's about 12.
Okay.
Yeah. So give it a shot.
Hey, call us back and let us know. We'd really like to see what happens.
Do you know where you can get one of those?
About 3 years ago, and we had an even older cat at the time, and she wouldn't even jump up.
Yeah.
And the younger ones just kind of followed her.
Yeah.
And
If they already use it as a water dish, like my cat got in the habit of doing, I don't know why. But, well, probably because
Because it was open.
But, yeah. So, yeah, that would be. But if they don't, then it'd probably be easier.
All right.
All right, hey, I wish you luck, Don.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Listen to me giving animal advice.
Go, Jamie.
Yeah.
Go, Jamie.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Let's go to John. Hey, John, welcome to Animal Talk. What can we do for
All
you
right,
today?
thanks for taking my call again. Sorry, I was on a cell, and I must have switched cells
Oh, that's cool.
after being on the hold for so long. Say, we're getting a black... We just moved into a new house. We've had Labradors in the past, but our old house had a fence in the backyard. We just moved, and we're going to get a lab puppy. He's on order. And I'm looking at, I guess, kind of like your flea collar example, we're looking at a fence that you can't see.
The invisible fence.
As opposed to saying a brand name.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I just kind of want to get your thoughts on it. Do I need a kennel? Should I go back with chain link that works so well for other labs? Or
Well, the first thing, if you want to go with the types of invisible fences that are available, that's not a problem. The only concern I'd have is starting it out on a very young puppy. They can become very scared. Essentially, what those do...
The people I talked to said, 3 or 4 months old, so I don't think it's a puppy, but
right.
I'm
Well,
just looking at where to invest my money.
Right. Yeah. They usually they'll have a trainer come out to the house and show you how to properly show your dog the boundaries and work with you on that. The biggest thing, though, for the time being, how old is the puppy going to be when you get him?
7 weeks.
Okay.
I've always heard that day 49 is the day to pick up a lab or a puppy.
Okay.
And so all my dogs, since I learned that, that's what I've done.
Okay, good. The one thing that you're going to want to do, though, in the meantime, until you go either with the invisible fence or with the chain link, you're going to want to have him on a leash anyway, just for his own protection and to help with the potty training.
Right.
But the invisible fences, they can be a good product. The only downside is if something spooks them and they make it through the fence, they're not going to come back. They know where the boundaries are. They don't want to get that shock again. Most of them do work on a shock basis.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be a little frightening for a young dog. You may even want to consider holding off until he's about 6 or 8 months old.
Okay.
That way it won't be quite as frightening because they're still pretty impressionable at that young age.
Well, Lab's not going to be crazy enough to run out of a yard, is he?
I mean, the best thing, if you are thinking of going with that fence, a lot of communities here in Michigan anyway won't allow them. The newer communities won't allow a chain link. So invisible is the way to go. But you just want to make sure you work with a trainer on this.
And John, one of the things you want to make sure is take your dog to a basic obedience class. Get him under good voice control because you really don't want to leave your dog outside a long
Unattended
time
anyway.
unattended anyway. So if you get him under good voice control, a combination of that and one of the invisible fence containment systems should work really, really well because you definitely want to have some kind of containment because you sure don't want your dog running out, and getting hit by a car or something
Right,
like
and make
that.
sure you know
Absolutely.
that.
I have one more question as far as the voice control. It seems like our other dog that we had to put down about a year ago behaved well with my voice, but my wife and my kids had a lot less voice control, I guess you'd say. Is that just because of the frequency of their voices, or is that because they don't reinforce what they say, or do you have suggestions there, since we're getting a new puppy?
Boy, you know what, John? This is going to be a little bit more involved. We're going to put you on hold and come back to this because we don't want to shortchange you on this answer. So we're going to put you on hold. We'll be right back here, right after the break here on the Animal Talk Radio Network.
Are you looking for a comedy club for your stand-up chameleon? Give Animal Talk a call.
1-800-738-1886, 1-800-PET-1886. Now, we were talking to John before the break, and John couldn't hang on. His cell phone fell out. But he had a situation where the last dog, his lab, listened to him but didn't listen to his wife. Now, does this happen often in
Have
training?
your wife talk like this. That should do it, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah,
I love that. I'm
Oh.
Dogs
Do you need
are
to take it
sexist.
outside? They are. Dogs are extremely sexist. The men naturally sound meaner and lower voices, and so the dogs usually will say, okay, the man's in charge right off the bat. The women and the children need to learn, working with a trainer is going to be the best way, but they need to learn how to show the dog that they're in charge. It's a very hard thing to describe over the radio, but most trainers do know how to show the dog they're in charge, and getting a puppy is the best way to go because you don't have to fight an already existing problem with their hierarchy. So that's the biggest thing.
Very good. 1-800-738-1886.
Dead air.
1-800-PET.
I think she's done.
Were we supposed to listen to that?
No, I don't expect you to listen any more than you
Every-
expect me to listen.
Every woman in America says, even on the radio. Because I'm over here writing hilarious comedy. Let me just say that.
And I'm playing with a digital camera.
And all of a sudden, quiet. Okay, hi, great.
That was wonderful. Did you say something, dear?
Yeah, just nod and go, yes, dear.
Yeah. I'm a pro at that. Hey, let's go to the phones. Let's go to Lois. Hey, Lois, welcome to Animal Talk. What can we do for you today?
Hi. I have a short-haired black house cat. She's spayed, and she continually cleans herself, and she pulls out little bits of black hair out. And I took her to the veterinarian when we got her shots, and one veterinary thought maybe she had allergies to something in the house, and she told us different things to try. But then when we went back to another vet, when I took her back, and she said, well, no, her skin just looks perfectly normal, and she thought it was just dry skin. She recommended a medicated bath, and we just had that done, but she's still cleaning herself.
Yeah.
And I wondered what you thought. Can you tell by looking at a cat's skin?
Well, that's a good question. Yes, you can tell a lot by looking at the skin. That's where, of course, this situation breaks down, and that I can't see what's going on there. But what you can tell me is are there any parts of the cat that the fur looks really thin, that you can see we're a black cat? Do you see a lot of skin sticking that you can see through that, or is the fur pretty thick?
Oh, she just looks great, especially now after that bath. But she's got a really nice, thick, shiny coat and looks very healthy.
So there you go. So I would say that we probably don't have a whole lot of problem with allergies, given that.
Okay.
Some cats, just like some people, are meticulous about their grooming. They have to look perfect, and it doesn't necessarily mean anything's wrong.
Okay.
So I would not be scared. I would not be worried about this situation. As to could it be allergies? Sure, but it's probably early on. How old is the kitty?
Oh, I think she's about 7.
About 7, yeah. We would have shown allergies a while back, most likely. So I wouldn't be too worried about it. It's probably just we're keeping ourselves meticulously clean.
Pulling out those, you just see little bits of hair, everywhere she goes.
Yeah, you should see the brush that I have at home. When I brush my hair, I get little bits of hair in there too. It's the same principle. As long as we're not looking, don't have what's called alopecia. Alopecia, which is a very fancy word meaning baldness. And as long as we don't have that, we don't have to be too worried. So we should be just fine. You don't have any lesions. You don't have any baldness. This cat's probably just keeping ourselves nice and clean. And if the fur is dry, the baths will help. There's also supplements you can give and food you can give that can help make the coat brighter and shinier. So yeah, there's a lot you can do, but probably the best thing is just let us go and be happy you have a cat that keeps herself very clean.
For the medicated baths, how often do they do that? Do you know?
It depends on what kind of bath it is and what your vet wants to do, because obviously that one seems to be on the ball. But most dermatologists believe that you don't have to. People bathe their animals too often, if they bathe them at all, as a rule. But I would try to hold them to a minimum, just a couple times a year, to be honest with you. Yeah, I would just do as little as you can. See about some supplements. Call the vet. Say the kitty looks great. What else can I do supplement wise? I bet they'll be able to help you even more.
She does, though. A lot of the time, she'll concentrate on just her feet.
Yeah. Well, that's the easiest thing to get to. So that's not a big surprise. Not a big surprise.
Either that or she has a fetish.
I don't have to worry about her feeling itchy or something. She looks like
sometimes maybe it's just a pause for refreshment. Come on, free puns over here.
Lois, for the answer, we hope that helped you. For the jokes, we're sorry.
All right.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Good luck.
1-800-738-1886. That opens the lines here in the Animal Talk Radio Network. We have lines open waiting to take your call.
Are we going to do a mystery animal after the break?
Yeah, let's do a mystery animal after the break.
Sweet.
I like that. That's a good idea.
That means somebody gets to win something.
Yeah. We never give anything away here.
No.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Don't forget, you can email us at questions@animaltalkradio.com. Check out our website, animaltalkradio.com. It's cool. It's great. You can see us. Isn't that great?
Is your octopus a bit of a wuss? Well, give Animal Talk a call.
I don't know, but I hear he's all arms. 1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Pick up the phone and give us a call so we can make your world animalogically safe and sound at 1-800-738-1886. Also, don't forget, you can email us at questions@animaltalkradio.com. We answer all the emails we receive. We don't necessarily answer them all on the air, but we do answer them all. So go ahead, fill up our mailbox.
It's time for the mystery animal on Animal Talk.
All right, here's how this one works, folks. Dr. Brad Davis is going to give you 3 clues.
Oh!
Really? You're just not paying attention to anything, are you?
That's why he threw that piece of paper at me.
Well, I don't need them since the animal's right here.
Yes.
The biggest thing is in a few seconds, we're gonna start making like this animal's really here.
Yes, there's an animal here in the studio audience. We're going to give you 3 clues.
In the studio, not the studio audience, but in the studio.
As a matter of fact, in a lot of the studio audience, it's there too. Okay. There's another hint.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great hint.
Anyway, we have an animal here in studio. You got to guess what the animal is. We're going to give you 3 clues. You can call up and ask us 3 more questions that we can answer with a yes or a no. You take your guess, and if you're right, you win. If you're wrong, you lose.
How do we stay on the air?
You know what happened is, normally I read the clues and he does the promo, and I reversed it, and we didn't do it too good, did we?
You should have told him. That might have helped.
I should have told me. I just goofed. I got lost.
I'm wondering, why isn't he having me explain it? Okay. You ready?
Go ahead, Brad. Go ahead and read the clues.
I'll do it in a mystery voice, too. Clue number 1. The deserts of Syria was my original home. Clue number 2. From a single pair, we have grown to be part of many homes.
Ooh.
Clue number 3. Around and around we go all night long.
All night long.
No.
All night.
No. Just no.
So those are the 3 clues. Call in at...
Is that cool in the game?
They're not from Syria. Now, so call in with your guess. Call in with your guess.
You can call in and ask us 3 questions. We can answer with a yes or a no. So if you ask us what color it is,
no.
We'll say no.
Yeah, exactly. So it has to be a yes or no question. 1-800-738-1886. And if you're right, you win prizes for you and your pet. 1-800-738-1886. Got an email, Brad, or do you want to do news? I'll let you decide, because we have to catch up on news and we have to catch up on email. It really is up to you. Let's do an email.
An email? Okay. All right.
I made up my mind for him.
Dear Animal Talk.
You've got mail, baby, yeah.
I would like to own an Argentinian doggo when I retire.
I bet you would.
Oh, dare to dream, dare to dream.
Oh, no. It gets better. And have been warned that it should not be the first dog you own.
Yeah, I would guess so.
What would be a good breed to start with to gain the experience in raising a large breed dog? This is from John. John.
Well,
why don't you explain what a doggo is? big.
It's
It's
big.
a big
yeah,
old
it's-
doggo.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
you know what the Argentinian basketball team did to the Americans? Kind of like that. It's a big mastiff.
It's a handful for your first dog if you've never owned a dog before. I mean, you really should start out a little bit smaller and a little bit easier.
And if they want to start with a big breed, what would you consider? Maybe a Newfoundland or
Well, you know,
Great Pyrenees? I don't know.
For the, I like the St. Bernards.
A
for the
Chihuahua
bigger-
and a magnifying glass?
Oh, best answer yet. The St. Bernards, they're a little more mellow. I'd even go as far as to say maybe even a medium to large breed dog to start out for your first dog, golden retrievers. That's the way to go. I mean, you don't want to just jump head first into a huge dog. That's rough. You got to start out kind of small, work your way in, see if you're comfortable with it. And
the thing about it is you're exponentially increasing the amount you're going to be spending on everything, from
Yeah,
medical bills
exactly.
to food to just about everything's much more expensive. And
The dump
space.
truck that uses a pooper scooper.
Yes.
Right.
So it's well to start with a golden and work your way up.
and
from
work
there.
your way up from there, absolutely.
Yeah.
Plus, one of the things you've always said, Brad, when you own one of the giant breeds, their life expectancy is
a lot.
half
Yeah.
of what the smaller breeds are.
And to start out with that's just heartbreaking.
And besides that, if you don't have this dog under control,
Oh yes, I mean that's a danger. Any dog out of control is a danger. But having a dog that outweighs most people,
Yes.
that amplifies the danger. So
and one that has the jaw pressure of any vice,
Yeah.
it just not the way to go.
No.
Hey, let's go to the phones. Let's go to Lindsay. Hey, Lindsay, welcome to Animal Talk. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Very good. Lindsay would like to play Mystery Animal.
Yay!
Okay, we're going to give you the three clues very quickly, and then you can go ahead and ask your three questions.
Do I have to ask
the-
three or just one and guess?
Well,
you can do that.
You
if
can
you'd
do
like.
one and guess. Okay, we'll
so
give
the
you-
clues are?
Would you like the clues in a mystery voice or a normal voice, Lindsay?
I like the mystery voice.
Okay.
Everybody likes Brad's mystery voice.
The deserts of Syria was my original home. From a single pair we have grown to be a part of many homes. Around and around we go all night long.
Okay, ask your question, Lindsay.
Okay, I might have more than one now. Does your animal have a tail longer than 3 inches?
No.
Was that a no?
That was a no. Yeah, no.
That was my mystery voice. No.
They just pronounced a word right. It threw you.
Okay, what's your next question, Lindsay?
Well, I'll just guess because otherwise the next question isn't good. Is it a ferret?
No.
it's not
No.
a ferret.
Nice try, Lindsay.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Thank you for trying, though, Lindsay.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye. All right, let's go to Dave. Hey, Dave, welcome to Animal Talk.
Hello.
Hey, Dave, you want to try the mystery animal?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, go ahead and ask your three questions. We can answer with a yes or no.
Sorry, I was somewhere else.
The animal smaller than a ferret.
Yes.
Does it have pouches in its cheeks to store food?
Yes.
Is it a hamster?
Yes.
Okay, now your guess.
For those of you who don't know what the clue was, from a single pair we've grown to be part of many homes, it was actually originally just two pair of hamsters that were brought into England that created the whole hamster population across the United States.
I thought you were going back to Noah's Ark.
As soon as I heard that clue, I knew what it was.
See, Dave is a hamster aficionado, aren't you, David?
And apparently a Richard Gere fan.
Sorry. David, congratulations. We'll put you on hold and get your information. 1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Pick up the phone and give us a call so we can make your world animalogically safe and sound.
From pythons to Dalmatians, Animal Talk covers it all.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Pick up the phone and give us a call so we can make your world animalogically safe and sound. Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Eric. Hey, Eric, welcome to Animal Talk. How you doing?
Good. How are you tonight?
Very good. Now, Eric wanted to play Mystery Animal, but he didn't get a chance. So I think that we are in the mood to play another game. You want to play a game with us, Eric?
You bet. Let's go.
All right, here we go.
All right.
It's time for Animal Talk Match Game.
Yes, it is.
I'm your host, Jamie the Irishman Flanagan. Our celebrity panel is, of course, Mark the Animal Hannes.
I'm here.
Donna Blummel.
Hello.
She's here.
Dr. Brad, state the nature of your medical emergency, Davis. Animal Talk Match Game, where our contestants call in and try to match the answers of our celebrity panel. Let's go to our first contestant.
All right, Eric, here we go. It's Eric, right?
It's Eric.
All right, we're going to play the match game. What I'm going to do is read a statement with a blank in it. You fill in that blank. Now, don't shout out your answer because Mark, Donna, and Dr. Brad are also going to fill in the blank. And if you match, you win a fabulous prize. You ready to play the match game?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Donna went to a psychic, and the reader told her that she must have been very naughty in her past life because she used to be a blank. Donna went to a psychic reader. The reader told her she must have been very naughty in her past life because in her last life, she was a blank. Very, very naughty, naughty girl.
Is it a Y or an I in sync?
Stop.
Sorry.
All right.
Bing.
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 All right. Eric, what was Donna in her previous life?
A pussycat.
A pussycat.
Pussycat.
Excellent. All right, Mark, what you have?
Horny toad.
Oh, mercy. Donna, what did you have for yourself?
Dog.
You were a doggy.
Okay, well, you know, oddly enough, I had two answers.
You had two answers?
Yeah, I had Doggo Argentino or Pussycat.
Hey, there you go. All right, Eric, you're a winner. What kind of pets do you have?
I have a Labrador Retriever right now.
You have a Labrador Retriever?
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure out something for you in your lab. We'll put you on hold, Eric, and get your information. Congratulations, sir. You are a winner. 1-800-738-1886. Why don't we go do some news, Dr. Brad?
News. Okay, we can do that.
The news that people need to know is the news that Dr. Brad collects everywhere he goes.
Or at least when I'm on the computer.
Okay, Dr. Seuss.
There's a cat in a hat and a rat in a mat.
Okay, well, the first story actually you'll find interesting, Mark. Deadly octopus becomes fashionable pet. One of the world's deadliest animals has become a popular pet in Bangkok.
I bet you I can tell you what it is. The blue-ringed octopus.
Right, can kill up an adult in a minute. There is no known antidote. Traders say it is one of the most sought-after pets, selling for around 15 pounds, which is about $20.
Yeah.
It is found in the waters off the coast of Australia, New Guinea, Indonesia, and the Philippines. It's the blue rings on its body glow an electric blue when the animal feels threatened. A trader in Bangkok's Chatuchak Martin told the Bangkok Post, "This animal is hot stuff and sells very quickly." I tell you what, Bangkok's an oriental setting, but this city don't know what the city is getting.
You know, I'll tell you what, why people want to own things that can kill them.
And they said they're selling 20 a day.
Well, and the reality is, obviously, the octopus is not going to get out and chase you into the living room or chase you around the house. But if you put your hand in and it bites you, you're dead. It's a deadly neurotoxin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how quickly and how positively?
Chances, if it bites you, you are going to get very sick very quickly. And you probably, with medical help, you may survive.
Yeah.
May.
Yeah.
But you probably have, at best, 50-50.
Wow. They had on the Animal Planet. They had that. They had like an emergency room thing, but it was like all about snake bites.
Yeah.
And it was this one guy he got tagged by a poisonous snake, and he like cut it and tried to suck the poison out, and didn't go to the doctor for like 2 days.
Oh, good. Oh.
His arm was puffed up like the size of his leg, and they go, yeah, that whole cutting it and sucking the poison out is just an old wives' tale. It actually doesn't work.
Yeah.
If you get tagged by something, he got tagged by a rattler.
Yeah.
And they're like, get yourself to a hospital immediately.
Great. No, that trick will never work again.
Yeah, the hemotoxin from the rattlesnake poison
I got bit.
actually causes the all the tissue in your arm to start to digest.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll actually get big enough that it can actually get swollen enough that it'll explode and split your skin.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
you want to get bit by a rattlesnake and then not go to the doctor.
Here's another example. We have time for one more?
Sure.
Okay. This is another example. This is news of the world, by the way, because they're all over the world today. Farm worker kills cobra by biting it back. An Indian man killed a cobra after biting it back in anger after it had bitten him. The farm laborer was working in a paddy field when the black cobra bit him. He chased after the snake, grabbed hold of it, and took 2 bites out of it. The newspaper that I can't read reports that the snake later died following the incident in Alsa, north of Calcutta. Mahadeb Hansa, who's 45, survived after being treated in hospital for his bite. He said, "As it was deadly venomous, I was terribly afraid and caught hold of it somehow before it could run away, and in a fit of rage, I bit off some of its flesh from its neck. Doctors say the snake died because the bite severed its windpipe and spine." Wow. This is a man who will never be in another bar fight the rest of his life. No one's challenging this guy.
No, not at all.
Yes, that was a very good snake.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, black forest cobras, you don't want to mess with them.
No.
One more?
Yeah,
or that guy.
One more? Yeah. Got one more, Jimmy?
Sure.
Okay.
He's a black forest biter.
Hamster found driving toy racing car on seafront. A hamster was found driving in a toy dragster racing car on the seafront. The rodent startled day trippers on the seafront in Cleveleys near Blackpool. He was handed into police and is now in Field Animal Sanctuary, where he has been nicknamed Speedy. You can just imagine a nice sunny day on Cleveleys prom, eating your chips, and then this thing goes whizzing past. It was quite amusing in here because whenever we tried to put Speedy down on the front desk, he kept whizzing off trying to escape. You know, that's cute and all, but everybody saw in the last Stuart Little... Oh, no, wait, nobody saw the last Stuart Little movie.
Oh.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Pick up the phone and give us a call so we can make your world animalogically safe and sound.
Does your Komodo not know which end is which? Give Animal Talk a call.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886. You know, recently I've gotten involved in painting, and you know, I guess I must admit that the geek factor is truly a part of my system, because I could have picked still lives of flowers.
Step. That's the first step, Mark.
Instead, what I draw pictures of are beetles.
Well, hold them up to the microphone so everyone can see, Mark.
We're going to put pictures. I'm going to send them to the webmaster. They're going to be on the website.
Bugs don't like going to the web, Mark.
Don't go into the web. Don't go into the web.
And they'll be stuck there.
But I just decided I've been painting bugs lately. I don't know. I just can't get out of my system.
You know, I'd tell you to get a hobby, but geez, what would you come up with next?
Close Encounters of the Creepy kind here.
Yeah, you know, and I've called around to a few places to
mental
sell
health
paintings.
professionals.
No, galleries, and you know, there's no demand for bug paintings.
Yeah,
I found that out. I'm a little disappointed. I really figured that I was going to create a whole new fashion statement in living rooms.
You gotta go to different galleries. Yeah, you gotta go to like those shops that have like Marilyn Manson T-shirts. They'll be all over
that.
Yeah, bug T-shirts and bug paintings, right?
Or that Kevorkian, that suicide doctor, he did some paintings too, and they were selling them in a gallery in Detroit. So maybe those people would.
Oh, thank you.
The creepy and macabre. Come on in.
I'm a geek, not weird. Well, no, I take that back.
I was going to say, wait a minute now.
Hey, he was just mentioning here, Stuttering John here was just saying that Manson did some paintings too. So there you go.
So I've just been put into the rogues gallery with serial killers.
Yep. Marilyn Manson, Jack Kevorkian, and Mark Honest.
You're not Charles Manson.
You're not in yet. You've just been invited. Wait till you see the initiation.
All right, fine. Let's go back to some. By the way, check out our website, animaltalkradio.com, later this week to see all this interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do a news story or 2 or 3 or 4.
Okay.
Or 1.
Farmer pays goth band to help to play to sheep twice a week. An East Yorkshire farmer hires a goth band to play to his sheep twice a week to improve the health of his herd.
The beautiful lamb chop. The beautiful lamb chop. The beautiful lamb chop.
Go ahead.
Richard Towles said the 200 sheep in his Bridlington farm have produced better wool and more lambs since the musical interlude started. The 44-year-old has been getting teenage goth band Torso Horse to play to the sheep in their barn. He told the Sunday People, I read somewhere that music helps produce healthier sheep, so I decided to give a local rock band a chance. I've been astonished by the response. My ewes have produced wool coats, have produced nearly double the number of lambs this year, and all the animals' wool coats were a lot fuller and healthier. 16-year-old singer Leanne McGuire said, it was really weird playing to a load of sheep, but it's incredible how they seem to like it. Of course, the hard part was teaching them to like the lighters after they were done.
Yeah, now you got these bands all over Europe trying to be barn bands instead of garage bands. Just what are you
what are you gonna do?
Man, oh man.
There you go.
I think we're done.